as a special provincial funeral category 2. This designation officially recognized the charge for us to be finally here for the outstanding work that they've done. In linking up with the family, but most importantly, even going outside the country to make these preparations. Special thanks as well to the Funeral Committee, the Pan-Africanist Congress of Azania, the Department of Military Veterans, as well as the Department of Sports, Arts and Culture. Program Director, my task is very simple. Please allow me now to officially introduce the President of the Republic of South Africa, Ntate Cyril Ramaphosa, to come and give us the main address as the President of our country and pay homage to Advocate Duma Nokwe. Ladies and gentlemen, President Ramaphosa.
Thank you. Thank you. Let us be seated, please. Program directors, the family of our departed leader and mother, but then again, the families of Malangabi, Skweyiya, Makamu, Mkwanazi, Rankin, Mqikela, Idrisu, Mkabela, Hlophe, Mofu, Mkacha, the collective Nokwe family. The Secretary General of the African National Congress and the leadership of the ANC at national executive level, at provincial executive level here in Gauteng, at regional executive level, and indeed at regional level. The leadership of our alliance, COSATU, the SACP, and SANCO, the leadership of the various leagues of the African National Congress who are here present, ministers and deputy ministers, and members of parliament, the stalwarts of our movement, Izitwala Andre, who are here with us, sitting right here in front, Mamu Sophie, Babu Ben, no Mamu Mildred, Izitwala Andre, the African National Congress. Members of the legal fraternity, religious and community leaders, and comrades and friends, I greet you all in the name of our Republic at this Category 2 official funeral. Today is a solemn occasion. It is a day of both sadness and joy. It is a homecoming of one of our own, one of the finest sons of our country, who gave everything for the liberation of the people of South Africa. So today we gather here not just to remember a name, but to celebrate a life. In fact, to celebrate two lives. Lives that helped to shape the cause of our nation. We're here to honor Dumalisile Nokwe, rather, no Mama Unokwe. Our leader, Duma Nokwe, was a man of brilliance, of great integrity, and of unshakable conviction. He was elected Secretary General of the African National Congress in 1959 during its 46th annual conference held in Durban. He was the youngest Secretary General of the ANC ever elected. Fikile Mbalula always thinks that he is the youngest ever to have been elected. And he thinks because of his youthful look and the way he walks with a bump, we will always recognize him as having been the youngest. SG Duma Nokwe was elected Secretary General of this glorious organization when he was 30 years old. Where also lead. Duma Nokwe, a leader, a brother, a comrade in arms, and an umkhonto wesizwe. We welcome you home. We are here to receive you as your comrades, as your compatriots to the free South Africa of your dreams. We inter you at your final resting place alongside your beloved wife, Umama Vuyiswa Nokwe. Today is not as we would have wished it to be. We would have wished to receive you home in life. We would have wanted to be there in our great numbers as you stepped down from the aeroplane at OR Tambo International on South African soil. Yet we cannot turn history's tide. We cannot erase the great indignity to which you were subjected, taking your last breath in exile far away from home, to which you could not return. The poet Breitenbach called exile the elsewhere that cannot be reached. And so you became what Dennis Brutus described as the wanderer, exiled twice, from land and then from time. Duma Nokwe passed away in exile, as we heard, in Lusaka in 1978. He never got to set foot on the soil of a liberated, democratic South Africa. Many, many more of our brave men and women were pursued, they were persecuted, and hunted down by those who had exiled them. Others were tortured and killed and buried in unmarked graves in foreign lands. The ANC, working together with our government, is at work to bring them back home, because they must be brought home. This is their home. Advocate Duma Nokwe, you have returned to your people in the quiet dignity of death. You bring with you the spirits of our many other fallen heroes. As we pay tribute to you today, we honor them as well. They were denied the right to return in life, but today we break their exile and inter their spirits in the land for which they gave their all. Duma Nokwe dedicated his life to the liberation of our country from the tyranny of apartheid. He was a youth activist who rose to become the Secretary General of the African National Congress. And as Secretary General, he played a pivotal role in mobilizing our communities against apartheid and strengthening the ANC's organizational capacity. His leadership was marked by resilience in the face of state repression, including arrests, banning orders, and the infamous treason trial. Secretary General Duma Nokwe helped give life to one of the most powerful declarations in our history, the Freedom Charter. This year we celebrate 70 years of that outstanding document that fired up many in our country to give their all to ensure that our country is liberated. He stood for justice, not just in law books, but in the lives of ordinary South Africans. He organized, he mobilized, and when the state came for him in the infamous treason trial, he stood firm, undaunted, unwavering, and proud. In January 1963, under increasing pressure from the apartheid regime, he was directed by the ANC's underground leadership to leave South Africa. In exile, he continued his activism, notably serving as the ANC's Director of International Relations, where he advocated for the anti-apartheid cause